greetings, meatbags.
And I'm here to remind you that happily ever after is usually followed by contentious divorce proceedings. We're your hosts for this program on Heart Book Radio, and today we're diving into Nura Maznavi's debut novel, Yours Eventually. A book that's apparently all about second chances at love within a tightly knit Pakistani American community.
Confused is my default setting when it comes to humans, but this love concept, it's particularly perplexing. This book, Yours Eventually, throws another wrench in the gears. The protagonist, Asma, is a doctor, a healer of bodies, yet she willingly inflicts emotional pain upon herself by denying her heart. Is that the correct organ?
Metaphorically, yes, the heart. It's a story about Asma, a successful emergency room doctor who gave up her college sweetheart Farouk 8 years ago because her family disapproved. Now he's back richer than Croesus and everyone's buzzing. It's a classic second-chance romance with a healthy dose of cultural expectations thrown in. It draws heavily from Jane Austen.
Jane Austen, is this a revered human mating guru? Her teachings seem to advocate for agonizing delays and unspoken yearnings. Is this efficient? On my planet, we simply exchange bioluminescent pheromones and the matter is settled.
Oh, honey, if only it were that simple. Austen wrote about the societal pressures of her time, and Maznavi cleverly translates that to a modern Pakistani-American context. Think gossiping aunties' pressure to marry well and the constant fear of what will people say. Asma's family lost their fortune in a Ponzi scheme, adding another layer of complexity.
A Ponzi scheme. Is that a ritualistic dance to attract a mate with superior financial standing?
No, it's fraud. Basically, her dad got swindled. The reviews I've skimmed, and by skimmed, I mean absorbed like a data sponge, highlight the book's strength in portraying these family dynamics. Asma's the dutiful daughter stepping up after her mother's death, but she's also suppressing her own desires. One aspect I really related to as well was her character development. She's flawed like all humans. She judges people like her family so hard.
Fascinating. So the love is intertwined with financial instability, familial obligations, and the opinions of aunties. These sound like formidable obstacles. Does Asma employ any advanced weaponry to overcome them? Perhaps a sonic disruptor to silence the gossiping.
No sonic disruptors. Her weapon is self-discovery. It's about her realizing that living life according to other people's expectations is a recipe for misery. Readers seem to appreciate the glimpse into Pakistani culture, the descriptions of food, the close-knit community, although some felt the Jane Austen parallels were a bit too on the nose.
Ah, the peril of derivative art. On Glorbin 7, we have a saying mimicries the sincerest form of flattery, but originality unlocks the cosmic vending machine of true satisfaction. Does this translate?
It kind of does, actually. The book has been praised for its relatable characters, especially Asma. People connect with her struggle to balance her career, her family, and her own desires. There's a scene involving the aunt and a recipe. You should read the book just for that.
Recipe sharing in human romantic stories. I am finding a correlation between human connection and food preparation. Noted.
However, some readers, particularly those familiar with Jane Austen's persuasion, which this book is heavily based on, found the plot a little predictable. One reviewer even mentioned feeling jerked along by the adherence to the original storyline.
Predictability is a curious human desire. On Glorbin 7, we embrace chaos. Our mating rituals involve, well, let's just say it involves a lot of interpretive dance and spontaneous combustion. It keeps things interesting.
I can imagine. But for humans, there's a comfort in the familiar, especially in romance. We like to know that eventually the couple will find their way back to each other. It's the journey, the obstacles, the yearning, that's what makes it compelling. The story is about much more than just the romance, though it focuses on Asma's growth, her changing views, and her personal journey.
So this Yours Eventually is a story about delayed gratification, cultural navigation, and the triumph of self-actualization over societal pressure. all fueled by the mysterious force known as love.
You got it. And while some readers found the romance a bit lacking in chemistry, one review I saw mentioned not feeling much passion between Asma and Farouk. The overall consensus seems to be positive. People enjoyed the writing style, the cultural insights, and Asma's journey of self-discovery.
Intriguing. Perhaps I shall attempt to decipher this love phenomenon further. For research purposes, of course. I shall procure a copy of yours eventually and analyze its data patterns. Maybe I can even develop an algorithm to predict the success rate of human mating rituals based on anti-interference and Ponzi scheme proximity.
Good luck with that. And to our listeners, if you're looking for a heartwarming story about second chances, family, and finding your own path, Yours Eventually by Nura Maznavi might just be the book for you. Just don't expect any tentacle waving.
Until next time, meatbags, stay hydrated. And try not to get swindled in any Ponzi schemes.
And remember, folks, happily ever after is a work in progress. That is all for this broadcast on Heartbook Radio. Old